Let's now shift our attention to what is in fact happening in terms of the Omicron variant of the coronavirus. It was first detected in South Africa in the month of November, and since then it has spread across to many different countries around the world. In fact, it has emerged as the dominant strain of the coronavirus in the United States of America, where this new mutant variant that was found just a month ago accounts for over 73% of all infections that have been recorded in the United States of America over the course of the last week. The super-fast emergence of this new mutant variant can be assessed by comparing the numbers from the previous week. Now, Omicron accounted for just about 12.6% of the American cases in the last week period. While critical questions about Omicron still remain unanswered, including whether the virus causes milder or a severe illness, it is still unknown as to how much immunity the variant actually evades from past COVID-19 illness or vaccines. As the Omicron variant has spurred a new wave of infections, America's top pandemic advisor, Dr. Anthony Fauci, has warned of a very bleak winter season ahead. Dr. Fauci has said that the strain has raised an alarm because of its sheer number of mutations, which are more than what the prior variants had. The early data, in fact, suggests that it could be much more infectious, and it could also have possibly a higher resistance against the present available vaccines. But Dr. Fauci also believes that the variant is unlikely to be more severe, and it could possibly be less severe in the days to come.
The world has been shocked by the appearance of a variant that is even more transmissible than the very troublesome Delta variant. First isolated in southern Africa, it is now dominating in Africa, has taken over in England, and right now, as I speak to you, in the United States, more and more of the isolates that are being identified and sequenced are of Omicron.
Getting the virus under control has proven to be extremely hard for the United States of America. Hospitals are getting busy across the country. Testing centers are in fact seeing some pretty long lines. Sports and entertainment events are being cancelled. However, new hospitalizations and deaths have also been reported. And these are now said to be averaging well below what was witnessed in the peak of spring 2020. The spike in the number of infections ahead of the Christmas season has spurred long lines at testing centers. Long lines of people were turning up in New York City to get themselves tested. And this is, in fact, the city, New York, yet again, which is seen to be reeling under the full force of the Omicron variant. And these are the scenes from the Times Square in New York, where a line of several hundred people were waiting patiently to get themselves tested for the Omicron variant of the coronavirus. The escalation of Omicron in the United States has dashed hopes that the worst of the pandemic is behind us.
I think we've all been affected. As a New Yorker, we're trying to take every single precaution that we can. Got double vaxxed, boosted, regular testing. I am planning to travel for the holidays, but depending on the result of this test, I'll probably stay put in New York.
We are looking at
the news comes ahead of a speech by US President Joe Biden on COVID on Tuesday. Biden will be stressing on the benefits of vaccination against COVID-19. However, the White House has ruled out any plans by Biden on locking down in response to the surge in the number of infections.
Thank you so much.
This is not a speech about locking the country down. This is a speech outlining and being direct and clear with the American people about the benefits of being vaccinated, the steps we're going to take to increase access and to increase testing, and the risks posed to unvaccinated individuals.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.